Well, good afternoon. Glad to see you made it to the Skerries Eco Festival fair. And I'm Sabine McKenna. I'm with Sustainable Skerries. And I'm also, that's one of my main areas, with Skerries Open Orchards Project. And my mini talk is called Orchards Shall Grow All Over Skerries. The thing we're doing is I'm going to tell you why joining the Skerries Open Orchards movement is easier than you might think and more important than you might think. Skerries Open Orchards Project. Now, each of these words is actually really important. Orchards, places where fruit grows, not just apples, pears, plums, hazelnuts, and this year actually for the first time we've had some of all of those in our open orchards. Orchards, plural. It's not just one. There are 14 all over Skerries at the moment, and we hope we will have more. They're open. Anybody can go and take some of the apples or pears. Please don't take all of them, but take what you like. Don't take them before they're ripe. Test. When you go up to a tree, you hold the apple or pear in the hand. You kind of twist a bit and say, "Are you ready?" And when they're ready, they fall into your hand, ready to eat. If they're not, you leave them for another while. So open, they are for everybody, not just for the people who planted them, not just for the people who live near them, but don't take all of them, leave some for others. And Skerries, because they're everywhere in Skerries. And lastly, I didn't forget the word project. It's ongoing, it's something in progress, it's a project we can all be a part of. As of March 2025, we had 14 mini orchards. This is in chronological order. We started in Kelly's Bay. That might have something to do with the fact that I live in Kelly's Bay. So yes, we started closest to me, but that's the way it works. We'll show you what we did first. In 2021, we started planning. That's the way Kelly's Bay looked then, where the mini orchard is now. That's us pretending to be trees. We wanted to get a feel of where the trees could go. We made sure all the people who could see that particular mini orchard would know about it. So we put leaflets into the doors explaining about the project, how we wanted people to help with it. And that's us then in 22. Some of you might recognize people there. This video is up on YouTube. You can watch how much fun we had planting those first trees there. And we also made it into the local newspapers. 2023, we increased the whole thing. In that year we planted mini orchards in Kelly's Bay, Mornview, and on the ballast pit. You know, when you walk across from the traffic light on the left, you can see some mini trees. That's one of our mini orchards as well. 2023, we added more trees to Kelly's Bay, to the ballast pit orchard, and then Skerries Rock came online. We have lots of trees in Skerries Rock and 2 orchards there, Selskar, St. Patrick's Close, Green Lawns, and more in BP, that's Ballast Pit, and KB, that's Kelly's Bay. Again, you see people there. It's always cold when we plant those trees. It's February, March, and God, I have hardly ever been so cold and wet. But at the end of the day, it's really nice, and when it's not raining, it's even nicer, and we can have a lot of fun with the tea and coffee afterwards. That's us there in Skerries Rocks. In 24, that's the long list. That's probably the biggest planting effort we ever had. We added Ardgillen View, Town Parks, and Downside. And this year, 25, we had 2 more mini orchards in Skerries Point and Barnagira Cove. They couldn't have any until this year, even though the people living there wanted them earlier because it wasn't part of Fingal County Council's official lands yet. So it was still too new. You see our lovely Skerries Eco Team vests there. And a very important lady here. Does anybody know her? That's Dominica McCavitt. She's the head gardener in Ardgillen Castle. And from the beginning, she was our advisor. She's the one who told us what trees to get and how to make sure that the trees were thriving and how to plant them properly. One of the things that we're really happy about is that we plant the trees and people see how easy it is to put apple trees or pear trees into their back gardens and what they should consider when they're doing that. And then people hopefully will have more trees in their gardens as well. So that's the map of all the trees as they are right now. If somebody lives in Skerries and not so near to an area where we have trees, consider whether yours might be there next. You know the way they say that some buildings or structures you can see from space. You can't see the Skerries Open Orchards from space, but you can see them on Google Maps. If you look at the map, even when you walk past somewhere, now I do that for fun sometimes, you can see the open orchards, all of them on Google Maps. We put them there, but they're there for everybody to see, not just privately. So that's nice. Signs of the times. These signs are going to go up thanks to Fingal County Council and the Community Association who are financing them. And these signs were designed by Niamh Sharkey. You might recognize the kind of handwriting that she has at the back of my coat as well, of my high-vis vest. And she also designed the Eco Town wall that we have out there. So it's all in the same lovely style, showing the different trees, the different people caring for them and explaining this is one of many open orchards in Skerries which grow fruit for all of us. Once the fruit is ripe, help yourself, take what you need and leave some for others. The trees in open orchards are planted and cared for by local volunteers. Find out more and see where all of our orchards are on sustainableskerries.com/orchards. Now that's really important. We have all the information and all the photos you've seen today on sustainableskerries.com/orchards. The Skerries Open Orchards Project is led by Sustainable Skerries, a committee of the Skerries Community Association, with support from Fingal County Council, the SCA and ChangeX. So there you go. Those are going up everywhere because a lot of people don't even know that those lovely trees we have are mini orchards. And why? You saw the joy. If you look at the video on YouTube of the planting days, you can see how much fun it is to come together and do something like that and plant the trees. Also, we are spreading the idea of growing fruit, hopefully, that you can do these things in your back garden, that in Skerries you can grow pears and plums. Oh, the plums we had this year in Kelly's Bay, they were so delicious. And the pears, they disappeared overnight once they were ripe. Luckily, once they were ripe, they were so nice. We are converting green deserts into mini orchards, into mini oases, I could nearly say, because green grass is better than cement or concrete, but it's not great. Green grass doesn't do much for biodiversity, or it's great for playing on, and we always make sure any new orchard isn't put where kids play. But those bits which are kind of useless, once you put trees there, pollinators come, other animals come, birds and bees and the fruit and the trees, it's great. We have more space for biodiversity, and the Fingal County Council actually suggested that we put mini wildflower meadows around all the trees, which protects the trees a bit and again has another little bit of biodiversity. And it helps against doom and gloom, because there's a lot of bad news about the climate and about biodiversity and everything, and you can either just sit at home and be depressed about it, or go out and be depressed about it, or you can go and do something, at least a little bit, where you are. And if everybody who gets sad about the environment and climate and all that now and again does something, the world would be a better place already. And it is a better place, because I see some people here who were there over the years helping with planting trees, and you've all made a difference. And I hope when you're walking around Skerries and see you trees that you're happy as well. So, by Skerries people for Skerries people, it's as easy as ABC. A, you living somewhere close to an area, identify a location and find others, and you contact us. We can also help with giving you leaflets to let people know in the area, to, some ideas, some experiences we've already had, how to do this. B, the location is discussed with Fingal County Council. We're not doing anything without their go-ahead, because they manage the open greens. It's theirs basically, and we can't just go and plant trees and have orchards there. We wouldn't even know about things like the 4-meter rule. Because if plums or apples fall and aren't eaten, and they fall on a path, and then somebody slips on them, they might hurt themselves, and then Fingal County Council could get into trouble. So they told us you must have at least 4 meters between any pathway and the trees. We wouldn't have thought of that. Makes sense. So we talked to Fingal. They say, no, that you can't have that, but you can put them there. And they're usually very helpful. C, we help source trees and organize a planting tree. And another shout out to Fingal, because the last few years they've been paying for the trees and for the manure. And then D, yes, ABC and D, you look after the trees and wait for the fruit to grow. Each area has one person on the SkOOP project. So we have contact with all the mini orchards. For instance, Dominica will say it really is time to water the trees. We haven't had any rain for 2 weeks. They are thirsty. They all need a bucket full of water. So then the local people go and bucket water on them. Can you bucket water? Yes, you can. And then you wait for the fruit to grow. It takes a little bit, but this year I think we've had the most successful harvest yet. And I didn't see much fruit or any being wasted, so that's great. That's it. As you can see, joining the Skerries Open Orchard movement is not very hard at all. You just get in touch with us or check it out on the website, and it's truly important. So, see you soon in one of our orchards, I hope. That's it. That's...
The trees on Downside Park, are they the orchards, are they?
Yes, that's one of them. Yeah. Yes. If you see a mini orchard and you think that could do with a bit more looking after, that's quite possible. Contact us as well, and we'll put you in touch. Actually, Helen isn't here right now, but somebody said in a different group that one of the orchards wasn't looking well, and that lady who said that has since weeded and put manure on top of that particular trees in that orchard and became a part of that group. So that's super. Yeah. Thanks for the point. Yes. So that's it.